Carlson the other night on the Bobulinski interview, 7.1 million people. 7.1 million people. You're talking about large swaths of America that tuned in. Gee, Joe, why would they do that? Why? Maybe because you didn't see the story in the Slimes or the Washington Post? And the media's like scratching their heads. I can't figure out why Fox is so popular. Tucker hit this last night, again, in his intro. How damning and devastating this story really is. You can tell the devastation level of the story is inversely proportional to the media coverage. Media coverage, 0. Devastation effect to the Biden crime family, the Democrats and the media, high, super high. It's an inverse relationship. Tucker talked about this last night on his show, how this media cover-up, this Soviet-style media cover-up of the biggest scandal in modern presidential history, a potential president bought off by Chinese communists, how it's just unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this. Check this out.
Well, today, a Senate committee confirmed it. The Senate reported this afternoon that all of Tony Bobulinski's documents are in fact real. They're authentic. They're not forgeries. This is not Russian disinformation. It is real. Tonight we have another recording for you from Tony Bobulinski, and we'll add that to the evidence pile. We'll play it for you in just a minute. But we can't help noticing that in a normal country, you probably already would have heard it. Bobulinski told a remarkable story. Joe Biden, who once again could be president of the United States next week, was planning business deals with America's most formidable global opponent. And when he was caught doing it, Joe Biden lied. And then he went further. He slandered an innocent man as a traitor to his own country. It is clear that Joe Biden did that. That's not a partisan talking point uttered in bad faith on behalf of another presidential campaign. It's true. So the question is, what is Joe Biden's excuse for doing that? What is his version of the story? Everyone has a version, and we'd like to hear it. But we don't know what Joe Biden's version of the story is, because no one in America's vast media landscape has pressed Joe Biden to answer the question. Instead, reporters at all levels and their editors and their publishers have openly collaborated with Joe Biden's political campaign. That is unprecedented. It has never happened in American history. This morning, the big papers completely ignored what Tony Bobulinski had to say. So did the other television networks. Not a single word about Bobulinski appeared on CNN or anywhere else. Newsweek decided to cover it, but came to the conclusion that the real story was about QAnon somehow. This is Soviet-style suppression of information of a legitimate news story days before an election. The ramifications of it are impossible to imagine, but we do know the media cannot continue in the way that it has. No one believes the media anymore, and no one should.
He's not kidding. He's not kidding. Just look at polling data. Do you trust me? Remember that poll, Joe, a couple weeks back, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, we covered where post-pandemic, well, we're still in this pandemic, of course, but post-onset of the pandemic, precision matters. The reputations of companies which had gotten better and gotten worse. And the polling data at the top was obvious. People in the medical industry, their reputations got better. Right. But how do you feel about doctors? Oh, we feel great. It was a simple poll. There were only, 2 groups of people whose reputations after the onset of the coronavirus pandemic got worse. Airlines and the media. And folks, this is the dumbest business model in human history. Your only job is to tell people the truth, however uncomfortable. It's like the airlines. Your only job is to put someone's caboose in a seat and fly them somewhere. If you fly them somewhere else, they're going to be pissed off. I need to go to New York. We're just going to fly you to LA. Huh? The media's only job is to tell you the facts. They don't even want to cover the biggest presidential October surprise scandal we've seen in modern history. And they wonder why nobody trusts them. And they're scratching their heads. How come we're losing money? I saw a story about a major left-wing media publisher downgrading its staff significantly. Listen, I don't wish job losses on anyone. I'm not kidding. Even left-wing media types, they have the right to be in the media and be stupid. Do what you want. I don't care. Freedom of the press. I don't consume your garbage. But apparently either does anyone else. That's why you're going out of business. And you can't figure this out? Gosh, Fox News. I can't explain their success, Joe. Tucker Carlson the other night on the Bobulinski interview, 7.1 million people. 7.1 million people. You're talking about large swaths of America that tuned in. Gee, Joe, why would they do that? Why? Maybe because you didn't see the story in the Slimes or the Washington Post? And the media's like scratching their heads. I can't figure out why Fox is so popular. I'll show you in a little bit too. A tweet by the CNN fact checker. I can't figure out. He doesn't want. I don't even want to mention Dan Bongino, but I can't figure out why his Facebook page is so popular. Gee, I don't know. Huh? Why is he so popular? Maybe because we cover the facts, and this is the only place with Fox and conservative media you're getting the facts. Daniel Dale, fact checker for CNN. Maybe that's why. They don't get it. They really don't. They're this stupid.